A Birmingham family claims there were suspicious circumstances, a flawed autopsy, and unexplained injuries in the death of their 21-year-old son.
He was found dead in the Walker County Jail in September of 2009. CBS 42 News reporter Cynthia Gould has been investigating this case for the past month. And we want to warn you, some of the footage you're about to see is graphic and may not be suitable for children.
3 years after his death, Vincent Rao's sister has trouble holding back tears. And the family is not holding back harsh allegations against law enforcement agencies in Walker County. Here are some of their claims.
To know that he was tortured like that, I can't imagine what he endured in there for those 7 days, that somebody with the stuff that they did to him, he laid on in his own waste every day for those 7 days.
Linda Rao claims her 21-year-old son received a brutal beating, unable to walk, possibly paralyzed, and left to die on the floor of his jail cell for days begging for help.
I don't understand how they went home, how they go home each night when somebody dies in their jail and not have any sympathy or passion for the mother or the fathers, the families.
Rao says the funeral home was so alarmed by the condition of the body, it took this video.
We are going to show visible signs of bruises, contusions, lacerations.
The largest, a 10 by 10 inch injury on his pelvis. The chain of events that led to Rao's death began when he stole a dump truck from the city of Birmingham. He used it to visit friends out of state. Driving back through Walker County, a police chase began. Somerton police officer Clint McKinney writes in his report, quote, "The suspect jumped out of the truck and hit the ground running as officers chased him into the woods." McKinney adds, quote, "I don't know what happened in those woods. One of the Marion County guys did advise me that he had to taser him." Rao then undergoes a number of medical tests at Walker Baptist and is cleared to go to jail. At Somerton, a Birmingham Public Works employee is videotaping that recovered dump truck. In the background, you can see Rao getting out of the police car. Some 4 hours later, he's headed to the Walker County Jail to be booked in on felony charges.
They wouldn't really give us any details, and they would tell us that, you know, he walked in, he was fine.
But on the records, it's noted, quote, "Subject not able to stand, walk for booking process." Also had difficulty understanding subject for answering questions. So why is Rao not taken back to Walker Hospital if he is in some type of medical distress? The family claims he was beaten at the Somerton jail, and taking him back to the ER with new injuries may have raised questions.
Coming up in part 2 of our report, Vincent Rao's final days and charges that Walker County authorities did nothing for 6 days before he died.
A Birmingham family has filed a $20 million wrongful death suit. They are claiming that their son's civil rights were violated.
This after 21-year-old Vincent Rao was found dead in his Walker County jail cell. CBS 42's Cynthia Gould continues our special investigation as we examine how Rao died. We want to remind you, some of the footage used in this story is graphic and not suitable for young children.
3 days after Vincent Rao's arrest, his parents first learn he's in jail when he calls them. They say it abruptly ends, though, after Vincent reports he needs help.
He said he had tased and beat him. Said he couldn't breathe, and that he was in pain, and like he couldn't catch his breath.
I called up there, I said, "I'm on my way." The lady was like, "You can't see him, he's fine, you can come see him on Thursday." She said they had somebody checking on him every hour.
Records indicate the jail doctor did check Rao on arrival and jail nurses twice a day. But according to court records, another inmate claims Rao's health was failing fast. In a sworn affidavit, Andy Sanford says every day Rao would ask for help. 6 days after arriving at the Walker County Jail, Rao was found dead on the floor of his cell.
You know, just an emptiness inside, you know, that'll never be filled again.
It really, it tears me up. I mean, I break down just about every day because, you know, he's gone. He will never get to know his son, you know, he would never get to watch him grow up.
Linda Rao says whatever her son's crime, he did not deserve to die. In published reports, Sheriff John Mark Tyree is quoted as saying there were no visible signs of trauma or injuries. The Alabama Department of Forensic Sciences rules the death an accident, a blood clot from massive internal bleeding from injuries in an automobile crash. But we could find no evidence of a crash, not in written reports or that Birmingham video, only flat tires. So where did Raoul's injuries come from? CBS 42 News has been unable to gain access to many of the public records pertaining to this case, including the jail's own investigation. Legal expert Richard Jaffe.
Obviously, it's extraordinarily suspicious if anyone, especially someone in custody, is checked out by two different facilities, say a hospital, while in custody, and then the jail doctor, and there's nothing found, and then suddenly there are significant injuries discovered.
The Alabama Bureau of Investigation says it routinely works jail death cases at the request of local sheriffs. ABI, though, was not called into this one.
When you have suspicious circumstances, it's more the norm that the Alabama Bureau of Investigation gets involved and takes over the investigation. It's not a legal requirement, but it is normal and usual.
Family members hope their federal wrongful death lawsuit against a long list of defendants, including Walker Sheriff John Tyree, Jail Administrator Trent McCluskey, Summiton officers, and Walker Baptist, among others, will answer all their questions. We made several attempts to contact all the parties involved in this lawsuit, but no one from the defense side would agree to answer our questions.
I'm not just doing this for my son. I'm doing this for a lot of families that have lost loved ones.
The defendants in the federal lawsuit have all filed motions to dismiss the case.
Now, Cynthia, I understand the FBI is now investigating this case.
Sherry, we just got word today the FBI is looking into possible civil rights violations that would be totally separate from a civil case. This would be criminal. Of course, the FBI has subpoena powers. They could talk to all the witnesses. So many things we could not get access to. Their findings go to the U.S. Justice Department.
And surely the family's waiting on answers.
All right, Cynthia, thank you.